Yep. Well, in front of you can see North Idaho. Very overpopulated, lots and lots of people. Well, there's Travis and his wife carving up one of the runs. Overrun with people passing them right and left, as you can see. Anyhow, here's the vastness, here's where we're at. Sorry to hear that so many people in Colorado and many places, even in eastern Washington, are currently being kind of shut down due to the virus. It's not to say that we won't be either. So instead of saying, well, it's been a short season, let's all sit back and be thankful for the sunshine, blue days that we did have with the good weather when we had it. We had 2 days of powder overall for the season. So, Ted, what do you think of the season so far this year?
I like what I got, and there wasn't enough.
Like what you got and there wasn't enough. Everybody could say that, but it's the 2019-20 season that we're all going to suffer. We currently are not shut down. It doesn't mean we shouldn't be, but we're not. So, number of days. I'll look at it from a different point of view. I just came off chemo basically 2 months ago, thinking that I'm young Jim, and I'm not. I am old Jim, and it's going to take me quite a while to kind of get rid of the residual effects of chemo. So I'm fairly satisfied with my season for what I've been able to accomplish, and because of all of you viewers and stuff, having to revert back to very basic type stuff has been a real blessing. I'm kind of glad that we brought the channel up for your benefit, but I can tell you that I personally feel it has been to my benefit. How do you feel about that, Ted, yourself?
Yeah, I thought over a lot of different ways, the process of how we do these things, and yeah, my ride has somewhat improved over the winter, so I'm happy with it.
So a lot of us in the ski world, ski business, snow sports, I said ski world, snow sports business, we kind of say, well, X number of days, but X number of days. So I'm going to do a rundown of my X number of days this year, maybe 55 days. And of the 55 days, I'm going to take 40% of those days away because of the teaching environment that we put ourselves in to save money on passes. So 40% of that is shot off. And so overall, I can say that my riding days are around 38 days out of that 55 days. That may seem to be a lot to you guys, but as we kind of say in our videos, it takes every one of those days for me to remember what my basics are and find my problems. And so Ted, do you have anything to add to that in relation to finding our own issues?
Yeah, it's a different kind of day when you have to stop and just spend your time teaching, because you're not necessarily working on what you think is your problem or the thing that you need to fix up, but you're looking at other folks and you're starting to recognize, oh, I do that, or I used to do that, or something. What do I do to change up for that guest? And
yeah,
and that makes something, it reminds you of something that you might have left out lately.
Yeah. So we talked about one on the way up this morning, and Ted had a student who did well on the bunny slope, and then brought her out to kind of a low intermediate slope, and her fear factor came up, and that was prompted by having to cross the fall line. So on the bunny hill, she wasn't afraid of it. Okay, she came out to this other hill, and suddenly, oh my God, after crossed the fall line, and everything fell back. Everything she was doing in unison started to become segmented and scary.
Yep.
And Ted and I were talking, and what did you say, Ted? Sometimes what?
Sometimes what? Oh, well, that's definitely, we had to step back and start again.
You said you stepped back sometimes.
Yeah.
And what was it in? And you did a falling leaf when?
So to redo, I'm losing.
Reiterate, come on.
Reiterating, a basic technique for learning how to control and stop. And it's like, I need to learn how to stop because I'm looking at a big hill in front of me. So
it wasn't that you needed to learn to stop, but you reverted back to something that had been in your process when needed.
Yeah.
When needed.
Yeah.
I have found myself on black runs that became very icy or mogully, whatever, and suddenly instead of linking turns,
Yeah.
I stand there for a moment, freeze up and think, oh hell, the fall line. And I back off of it a little bit and suddenly find myself doing a falling leaf till I find a spot where I go, okay, now. And I go back into the normal ride position. So realize all riders, we go in and out of fundamentals when we need to or when fear factor comes up, and we all have it, and it's called riding. In between time, smile, enjoy yourself. We are so thankful to be outside here in North Idaho. We wish all of you were outside with us, but that would make it overcrowded and it wouldn't be North Idaho.
Give them a
So,
scan of that.
in the
blue sky.
meantime, we'll get back to you and hope that all of you get out as soon as this stuff clears down. Later. Good luck.